y'all. So, let's see here. Previously on the keep, what did we do? Let's see here. Y'all went and you returned to. Well, actually, before y'all definitely messed around in County-Spire for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
Since
it's a genius.
I'm not actually. I don't remember what y'all did in County-Spire. I'm honest.
I think it tastes a little different.
I'm a little busy. What did y'all do in County-Spire? Remind me.
We went to a very clean,
Everybody looks at Laura.
we went to a very clean bugbear apothecary.
Yes, you did. You did.
We had lots of discussions about things. Kari talked about us maybe not going to Kari's home.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad.
Y'all did decide upon your return to Galdorn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gray talked to Mare about the fact that his brother killed his fiance.
Yeah, I didn't talk to all of us about that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he talked to Mare most extensively, and then he talked to us at breakfast.
Fair enough.
He also stole me one of the platinum rings I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And you bought another one.
And I bought the other one.
Mm-hmm.
We talked to Bessemer.
Delivered your pot of flowers.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We asked about the Undying Serpent with maybe a connection to the Undead King. He didn't really get anything there. He gave us a note to go for the Portersby Guild to send us to Galdorn. Freddie got his bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
With a pearl of power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Augustina introduced us to Susan and Mort.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, I believe shortly after that, we returned to Galdorn.
What?
We went to Callahan's Collection.
Mom would be a compliment for her relatives.
Met with Augie again.
Let's see.
Talked with him for a little bit. You then went and we went to Callahan's house, where you met with Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
And Frederick allowed you to utilize his teleportation circle in the hidden room. And
He also gave us information about the abyssal creatures across the King's Plane
yeah.
attacking travelers.
yes, he was the first one to inform you of the increase in attacks of abyssal creatures.
Kind of had forgotten about that. That's an important thing.
And so y'all then went to the teleportation circle. You went to East Village.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara was very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We got our stuff out of the cart.
You did.
Put it in bags of holding.
retrieved From some items from your cart. You still have your horses available to you. You then from East Village went on to East Watch.
Got really, really upset with Brovaz.
Very upset with
Had
Brovas.
an encounter with Brovas.
Got some cool stuff.
It was informing
Really,
Riker
the only
about
person who
things.
likes Brovaz is the person who got attacked by him.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. And I still talked to Brovas. Educated Riker on some of the information about his new cool armor. And then after Riker passed his test,
So cool armor.
he got some cool gauntlets to go along with his cool armor.
Okay, it was gauntlets.
Yep, yes.
He intended to teach Riker. He taught something else to all the rest of us.
He taught Riker what he intended to teach Riker. Everybody else extrapolated other things from it.
Yeah, but even Riker said he was a bad teacher, so like...
But Riker still learned, so is it bad? If the lesson is taught.
Okay, we're going on a rabbit trail right now. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Anyway.
Cruelty is necessary sometimes.
I don't know whoever said that. Some dragon boy somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Some paladin of what? Tiamat or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Something
exactly.
like
Some sort of dragon god.
Yeah, it's a dragon something or other. Speaking of dragons, y'all went and to the war room with Robust and Balesfar. And Balesfar, y'all discussed and learned really nothing about the box. Dimble has attempted to open it once, and that went poorly for him, so now the box is in the portal in a chest in the war room. You were discussing the different names that y'all had heard, and Augustina said the name Syndergar, to which Balesfar was shocked to hear the name. He then let y'all into essentially the inner circle and shared a big old secret, which was the fact that he is in fact an ancient gold dragon who was alive and took part in the Turning on conflict.
Oh my god, he's a dragon.
His purpose for being here was in fact to guard the burial site of the Protist King, which is the first Titan King. Believed to be the most powerful. He is overwatching the burial site. During his time watching over a land that eventually became Andreo, a red dragon showed up and decided to claim it for his own by the name of Syndergaard. Brovos, not wanting to scar the land with their fight, learned how to Brovos Balesfar.
I was gonna ask.
You know what? It's a good thing I gave both of these guys a B name. That was
great.
on my part.
Baller.
Val decided to
Val? Val or Val?
I thought he said Val for a second.
I did too. I was like, all right, bro, you just
Val.
became God
Val.
level.
Jeff.
So, is he actually a gold dragon if he's Bal, or is he a demon king if he's Bal?
It's 1A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So he went and learned how to transport through planes in the Lower Pipe on the Sphinx. They granted him that power of one-time use. So then he fought Syndergaard and went across a bunch of different planes, eventually ending on the Abyss, where he killed Syndergaard. That was like 1,000 years ago. He came back and, working with the king of the time, established the Knights of the Golden Shield. And then we know from recent history that sort of fell apart a little bit. They had to protect the land from the king, as was discussed when you all first showed up there. And so now the Knights of the Golden Shield are supposedly disbanded. But their true purpose still remains, and so therefore, Balesfar, sticking to his human form for essentially the past millennia, continues to keep watch. And so that's, I believe, where we are now, is in the war room. And as you guys are all sort of sitting there, as Balesfar has now transformed back into his male human sort of persona. At this time, both Dimble and Rory come in through the doors and are eager. You see that Dimble is very eager to present and talk about the reason as to why he has asked you all. But as you come in, you do see that Rory is coming in right behind Dimble and is in fact still.
As soon as Arsena sees Rory, she just started like doing this to Riker, like, it's Rory, it's Rory, it's Rory, it's Rory, it's Rory.
Riker goes up and gives him a big hug.
What's up, Big Blue?
I would have thought the wound would have worn off by now.
I do not know how much.
For context, it's been about 2.5 weeks since you've seen it.
Still too long.
Brovos hasn't tried to hit you, has he?
No.
That's good. Has anybody else?
No.
That is also good.
Which is good to see you.
Have you been practicing your guitar?
Do what?
Did anybody try to hit you?
A few people.
One or two or more.
We don't like Brovos anymore.
They don't like Brovos.
I'm literally sitting right here.
It's okay, I don't like him enough for the both.
I don't think I put my sword away either, by the way. I still have my ice sword out.
That's fine.
Just, you know,
Free
one of these kind of things.
So are there like chairs in the room? Alright, Kari's gonna pull up one of the chairs and kind of sit on the back of it. Like kind of balanced on the top part of the chair. So anyway we could get to the point of us being here. I mean, Rory, it's great to see you and can't wait to catch up, but Dimble, you sounded rather urgent.
Right. In fact, the point of asking you all here is the same thing that Rory and I have been working on. Perhaps it might be easier to show you all. If you come with me, it's a little down and hidden. We've kind of had to keep it protected and secretive. And I know Balesfar, you curious to finally see what we've been working on. So you'll all come with me. It really will be easier to show you all. So Dimble turns and his gnomish form begins walking down, and everybody follows.
As we're walking, Augustina is just running through everything that has happened in the past 2.5 weeks with Rory.
I feel like it's that like continuous talking, no
Said his
breathing.
gnomish form continues.
I love it.
Is there another form that stays behind that I need to know about?
Yeah, that's
Not that you see now. So y'all are led out of the war room and to the room where the teleportation circle is. But instead of going into that room, you are instead led past it and down another set of stairs, and are led to what looks to be almost as if a dead end down the stairs. And as you walk through it, you see Dimble sort of waves his hand, and this doorway sort of appears. And Dimble opens up the door and walks in. And inside this room, you see it is fairly large. It is about 50 by 50 feet or so inside. And in the middle of this room is a massive machine of both mechanics and magic, just like almost there are faint like arcane glows inside of it, but it is seemingly inert in and of itself. It in and of itself stands 20 feet around and 20 feet tall. It is this massive construction of the blending of both machine and magic together in this sort of structure. And then scattered about the corners and at the edges of the room, there are tables filled with arcane implements. There are books. This is what looks to be almost a workroom. Imagine it's Tony Stark's lab, but magic, right? So there is all kinds of just blueprints and scans, and there's information all around.
Arcane servants that Dimble is mean to.
There's one invisible servant that he just keeps talking to. You have a question, more?
No, more of a comment. I'm imagining this as sort of like Dexter's Lab meets magic.
Oh, Dexter's lab.
oh, the nostalgia.
Yes. And definitely a lot cleaner than the other Dexters. Although to that's really clean.
I was
Less-
gonna say.
less bloody, I would say. There's less plastic wrap on the walls. So, as you walk in, food, really good. Haven't eaten all day. So as you walk in, Dimble sort of turns and presents himself in front of this contraption and goes, "Alright, well, this is kind of why I've asked you all to be here. This here is, well, we never really came up with a name for it, but myself and Callahan and Rory, when he showed up here, this here machine will stop all conjuration and translocation magics across Andreo when it's turned on. We noticed that there's been an increase in abyssal portals, and it seems like they're gearing up for something. So we created this as a means to perhaps slow them down. If they can't open up portals, they can't get reinforcements. And if they can't have people teleport in, they can't get reinforcements. So it's not turned on yet. And my question to all of you is, you turn it on?
Have you told anyone outside of this group that you're doing this?
Single person?
So the whole continent's just gonna use access to this kind of magic and they're just not gonna know why?
That's why there's a lot of people in this room to try to figure out this is the best. Because the problem is, if the location of this is found out, we make it public, our enemy forces will destroy it.
You take away half my spells, you do that.
Right?
So, for game mechanic, essentially any spells in the School of Conjuration, and any spells that allow you to teleport, don't work.
Across the world?
Across Andreo.
That's like half my
Just
distance.
the kingdom of Andreo.
That's so cool.
So the way this was done was, we
Understand.
went and set up a bunch
I'm not a
of,
caster.
we set runes across the borders of the island. Been working on this for a little while. And when it's turned on, this will communicate with all the runes, and it's essentially a very focused spell.
So what would happen? It only works while it's on, right?
Right.
How long can it stay on?
Well, that's part of the thing. Rory and I have figured out we can, together, it needs magic poured into it every day. Mechanic-wise, it requires 24 spell slots a day.
Ouch.
And so,
What level spell slots?
just spell slots.
Cantrips,
So a fifth
it's
level
fine.
counts as 5.
Okay.
So 24 levels of spell slots.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. So,
Ooh.
Right.
so essentially, and the problem is once we turn it on, if we turn it off again, I'm not sure it'll ever turn on.
It's supposedly a one-time use.
As far as we can tell, it's going to be a one-time use. We turn it on until we figure out what's going on. This is not a permanent solution. This is more. There's been an increase. I don't know what it is. Rovas, you're the master of war. You can probably attest to this, but this, to me, feels like an invasion. This feels like they take over here and from that. I don't know. And that's where Rovas sort of steps in and goes, it's an invasion. They'll need a centralized launch. Andreo is small enough. If they take it over, they could launch from here to the rest of the world. If I were to try to conquer an entire world, we need a place to start. Small island is where I would start. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Just out of curiosity, these portals to the abyss are appearing where the pillars were, correct?
We haven't been there when one's been open, so we can't tell if the pillars are summoning the portals or if the pillars are left over after the portal.
So are you gonna tell anybody after you do this that it's not like a weird band like necromancy? Or are you gonna just like do it and hope nobody figures it out? Like,
Well, if we do it, people will eventually figure out that they can't use those magics.
I'm pretty sure some people will know pretty fast.
And it will leave lots of people very confused.
Not to mention stranded. Those that are used to using teleportation circles.
In fact, that's why we noticed Devin's not here right now. In anticipation for us turning it on, he went ahead and headed back to Casadona. We didn't have to walk across that continent.
No,
Mr. Callahan.
Yes,
So,
the snake.
in fact, it would.
Cry me looks for little Devin.
Well, it might in fact.
I'm not witness.
It might in fact slow down whatever these portals are trying to do. It will also slow us down. All of our teleportation circle network that we've established be inert as long as this is in motion.
I don't think
Cutting
there's
off the nose to spite your face.
in rather indeed. I don't think there's much use in activating this arcane achievement you've clearly been working very hard on. If we don't have friends, allies, forces prepared to act wherever we would need them to be, and I don't know if we know where that is even to go to yet.
I mean, I agree. That's kind of... Mr. Callahan sort of had the same thought. So he went ahead and positioned himself back at the capital. We're close enough here to access harboring. And we have small remnants, people like Callahan, around and close to each of our portals.
I mean, shouldn't we at least tell somebody if we're gonna do this? So, like, you know, if the king finds out about it and then he sends for someone over at Cognispire to come figure out what's going on, like...
So, you are assuming this is your fracture point in the wall and reinforcements are pouring in. But before we even activate this, we have no enemy that we know of for sure who's coming in. So this is an assumption. We have no army to fill the current breach. And so there's at least two things that have to be addressed first before we even contemplate firing this thing off. I believe I think it's good if this is an all-out invasion and we have the reinforcements or the positions to be able to eliminate what is present short of the defenses to protect it. But right now this seems awfully preemptive and dangerous.
This is last resort at best.
I'm
Or
not disagreeing. My concern is we're finding new portals every day. The longer we wait, how many more forces are coming through?
Well, then, I guess that now there's two questions. Is how many forces are coming through with each portal? Is it a large division, a small task force, or is it a scouts? That would be good information to have before we fire this off. The other is, what is the kingdom doing about this? Are they responding to these portals?
We haven't had a chance to talk with anybody. As far as we know,
I think we make
the king
time.
seems
I think we make
unperplexed by it. From what we know, his advisors aren't.
Maybe they should hear it from somebody more at the forefront.
red flag, anyone?
Right.
Unfortunately, while our king is good, he is young. He's
Mm.
kind of at the whims of his advisor.
Oh, that is right. I forget these things.
Is Henry's family just sort of like a minor lord of the feudal area, or does it have any sort of influence?
I feel like he's, kind of just like a mayor of the kind of type. He is his family's in a more official position as someone that was a little bigger than what Galdorn was trying to put Callahan in. When it's like, hey, we like you, will you take care of our business? And so I feel like Henry's family is in a growing position as the people are like, help us.
It sounds like the first thing that needs to be done is someone needs to get an audience with the king, tell him what's really going on and the severity of the situation.
Don't disagree with you. The problem is, he sort of looks at Balesfar. None of us are accepted by the king anymore.
I mean, with all due respect, not many people are going to argue with a multi-thousand-year-old golden dragon
Or
who wants to talk.
Outside of the people in this room, nobody knows that is a multi-thousand-year-old guy.
there's a question. The kingdom knows of the past arrangement with the cog, yes. So they would have some kind of records. They would know something.
Well,
They not?
Her ambassadress would like to speak.
Oh, you are right. Apologies.
I just...
I had forgotten.
What?
So... Right.
Gray is just doing the most obnoxious, like,
Have you
bow
have you
to
always been
the
an ambassador?
powerful
Is that-
one.
Who's talking at this point?
Dimple.
Okay, he's like,
So you remember we were talking about Cognispire?
You
And
just came back from there.
yeah, because I have certain magics that are not. Hello, my name is Augustina Belladonna, and I play the flute, and I also I use death magic. So it's not been great for my family, and that's really kind of why we went to Cognispire to deal with it. And whenever I went there, Archmage Magnus Carnell, but I just call it Maggie because we're really good friends at this point. Maggie connected me to the Moon Empress, and I became the ambassadress of the Moon Empress. Yeah. See, I'm an ambassadress, and so maybe the ambassadress and her bodyguard and her entourage
There you go.
can go talk to the king in the place.
Party foul.
Oh.
I like to believe that Augustina legitimately just knocked over some fire.
Probably.
Some sort of, like,
Probably.
When it was like, it's like panicking to pick it up.
Ooh, party foul.
That's
Scoop
that's
up the
very,
drink. You can make another one.
It's new. I'm sorry.
Right.
we're good. Thank you.
As insane as this might actually be, it kind of really, you really could be the exact perfect individual that we might need for that.
Insane?
Well, it would be my pleasure.
Stop. Not too surprising.
But also, I'm just gonna get us.
Can't take it.
Right.
While we're contacting reinforcements, we now have connections with Cognispire, right? We have We have an ambassadress who can talk to the king.
Exactly. And Maggie is my friend, so if we need to, we can talk to him too.
Might be that we go speak with the king and possibly call in reinforcements. Let me get this all straightened away before we jump to rather extreme measures.
I mean, and we've already established it will cut off magics of conjuration and teleportation. Whoa, excuse me. That wasn't character. If more forces arrive and we cut them off, they can't teleport, they would be trapped here. We will still have to fight them. Taking away certain magics and teleportations would be not ideal for defending the land, you know what I'm saying? So I think we definitely want to hold off on pushing the button or throwing the lever cronk or however this Rube Goldberg thing works, you know.
At this point, Rola speaks up and goes, someone who has studied and knows much of this creature. I feel I have the obligation and the duty to say, not all, many powerful beings can teleport that way. What weight that might have here, but it might be worthy consideration as well. We have the ability to move people quickly. Rest assured, the valor will go just as fast.
Wait,
I'm
who?
not entirely sure what that is.
They are generals in Abyss Alliance.
What? Can you describe what one might look at whenever one looks at that?
They stand 15 and 20 feet tall. They have horns. Large wings are made primarily of ash, fire, and smoke. They enjoy wielding flames of fire and swords of lightning.
Remember a wizard once fighting on a bridge.
Because I have no. Wait. So these are generals. There are some. Hopefully none of those have come through yet. There are some lesser demons, but can teleport. There are, I believe, the Marlith. There's captains. There are snake-like figures, many arms.
That. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. That sounds. The description sounds vaguely familiar, though.
Disturbingly.
Did Mr. Callahan happen to
That's why they came to see us.
Yes. Has there been any research done into perhaps a connection to that particular site or the knowledge gained there? And Mare just sort of like cringes out of the attention.
Talk about the Goblin Cave where the Yonki were. The reason that we
Hi.
came to see you all in the first place.
There's a creature matching that description at the end of that cave. I believe it teleported away, didn't it? It's been a while.
Matching the description of the Marlith.
Alright.
So there is a Marlith on it there.
At least one.
So, what if, say, you walked in on a very powerful magician trying to do a summoning spell in a mansion, and you maybe don't interrupt it in time, and there's a thing that has popped out afterwards? You said that they transport on their own, so it's probably a different thing, right?
Kari's gonna sit down real quick and start drawing out sketches of the different creatures that we've encountered.
Okay.
The Marlith, the demon with the magician thing.
The hunter.
Yes. And there was something else. I was gonna start making a list of all the names that have been coming up. The Undead King, Senegar, everything, just basically putting the web board out there.
Okay, so you were in... Wait, was this the same place that you got the box from?
Mm-hmm.
So there was an individual, the portal... Right, Rory, I believe that was what you were mentioning, the winged minotaur type thing that you had mentioned. Is that what you're...
Yep.
Totally. So you're saying that... What are you...
Just trying to make sure, it's not connected at all to the bigger situation we're talking about. Just ancillary and not important at all, especially if it might be connected to something important. Yeah.
It was found in a place where... And this was the same place that you found the box, yes?
Yep, just the box, and that's all we found there.
Seems like a problem.
Kind of a pile of rubble and mash at the moment, but
Hi, yeah. Assuming that was maybe not Gal, or maybe it was. Either way, the house is gone.
I do have a tendency to set those things on fire.
So, has it been confirmed that where he was summoning from was one of the lower planes?
I mean, he showed up and then ran away.
That's all he did. Showed up and ran away. Didn't say anything.
Assumptions were made, but no concrete evidence was found. Other than this is what it looked like.
Make a...
It's like a stick man with like horns.
I think this would just be like
Draw it for real, Jay.
an intelligence check.
Not performance.
Is this for him drawing it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, would this be
Okay.
intelligence or would this be dexterity? Performance.
Probably intelligence, because it's also involving your recollection of this creature that you saw.
Okay.
If Augustina can help by just like leaning over as Kari's doing this and like pointing out like,
Oh no, there was this, and it did this thing.
Okay,
That's true.
sure.
just making sure we're talking about the same thing while you go ahead, sorry.
Okay, no, yeah, you go.
This is the character who called themselves Sigurd the Death Lord, is that right?
That was
That was the guy who summoned
that was the
it.
guy who summoned it.
Right. Not the
That man right there.
When we went downstairs, there was a Minotaur demon thing that said hi to Riker and then left.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
That is
Wasn't there also
that is extrapolated to be
Gabrizu, wasn't
the
there?
hunter.
Yes.
That was the other creature I was thinking of. It's a Gabrizu.
Yes.
Kari's gonna draw that too.
Okay.
Okay, so this is intelligence? Just straight intelligence?
Yes.
Do I get advantage with Augustina helping me?
As long as it dies.
Okay. That is good, because my first roll was a natural 1. So that would have been a 2.
Those are
My second roll was an 18, so 19.
Okay.
Thank you, Augustina.
You're welcome.
You are attempting to draw what y'all have assumed to be the hunter, the minotaur, the winged minotaur.
Wing Minotaur, I'm gonna draw the Gabrizu.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it's
the
it's fairly well done.
snaky thingy. I don't know why I keep losing the name of the snaky demon.
The Marlin?
Marlith, thank you.
Okay. Let me look up one thing there. Because I forgot to range stuff. So as you draw out these creatures, Rovas sort of looks at them and goes, Rovas. Does not go on.
What's wrong, bud?
Rovas
You
looks at
regret
them and
what you've
goes,
done.
These are accurate, and that does seem to be marvelous. That is a Rodrizu. Mid-tier demon.
Got to know that one really well.
That one.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that before. I believe this to be a fiend.
Can't believe it to have been a pain in our ass.
I believe it came through at the same time.
All my time spent on the abyss. I've seen a creature like that.
That's comforting.
Good for you.
That's good.
Alright. That's fine. Gonna reply it. Get any of this? And Balesfar is just sort of standing from behind, letting all this happen. And he seems very contemplative. I think there's a lot of potential in this device. You see the risk of not turning it on. Miss him. What you say to the king?
Would you tell him what you told us about these demons coming through and the obelisks are popping up more and it's a problem and like the history has been bad, like, and we have it on very good authority that this is not good. And the experience that we had with the mage who is a necromancer, but a bad necromancer, I do death magic. He's a bad necromancer, I just do death magic. I thought, he was not great and he was trying to do something harmful and terrible and we think he might be doing something more and we're just trying to protect everyone.
I have to consider safety and people of this land. I hesitate. With the spreading of the knowledge, the location of this device should it turn on.
I don't have to tell them where it's at. We don't even have to come back here to tell you whether it's what the king said, because Mare can just send a message, because she knows what you look like, and that's all that matters, because she sent a message to my sister, and she never met my sister before. My sister's my twin.
You could attack. Use precipitation.
True.
Do all of you truly believe in the delaying?
Technically, it makes sense.
I think we need more information before we can.
You have the expansive knowledge of thousands of years of life. You've seen patterns and things that maybe are striking you as incredibly worrisome, that you very well might be right on, but you're asking us who have just come into this to understand all of that, having been away for a few weeks at least, and we haven't been experiencing the same type of interaction. So based off what we've seen, I think that we all agree that it is dangerous, but if I were looking at thousands of years of experience, I might see it differently. But you're asking us who have less than 200 years of life experience?
And I mean, this isn't. I don't know that I get to make this decision, because I mean, we're not just talking about like me not being able to use this magic. We're talking about like everybody on the continent not being able to use this magic, and I just.
You're all about consent, right?
I don't know that I get to make that decision.
I think at the very least we need to speak with the king and see if we can convince him by leaving the sheet. Can convince him that this bears further investigation action by the kingdom. And it's good to know that we have a failsafe should we need it. But I don't think it's too early to pull that trigger just yet.
I would like a collective persuasion.
Jeez.
And Jordan, you can get in on this, you cannot. It's entirely up to you. On whether you would feel as if you would like to persuade Balesfar to not turn it on or not.
Can I do intimidation?
Yeah, intimidate a gold dragon. I want to see how that
It would
works.
be persuasion.
He's intimidated by my understanding.
Okay, so
15!
16.
16. Jordan, you in or out?
What if I want to persuade him to turn it on?
Okay. We'll get back to that. Give me a
That's
second.
the real one.
Alright.
That's a 22.
19.
18.
Wow.
A whole lot of
Yeah, good
fuck
job.
you energy.
So, Rory, what would you do in this?
I was trying to decide if Rory would say anything or just let it rest on the conversations that he's had over these weeks as they've been preparing this. No, I don't think he would say anything at this point. There's no problem with what the group wants to do. So he thinks it's the right thing to turn it on, but he doesn't have a problem with checking in with people, before that happens. So, and Rolas knows that his opinion is to turn it on, and they talked about that. So,
Okay.
Rory, I am curious. Is there stuff that we have missed? Because you've been here while we have been away dealing with personal issues.
I don't think you've missed anything. You can talk to the king and see what he says. Although, I'm concerned that the king has a whole Jeroboam thing going on. And if he disagrees, if he doesn't think we should turn it on, I suppose it would depend on his reasoning. What if he think we should turn it on, but he gives bad reasons?
What would a bad reason be?
Something for him to maintain control, but under the guise of something noble. It seems like these portals that are popping up are definitely a bad thing, and if the frequency is increasing, it seems like we need to do something. And it's impossible to get everybody to tell everybody and have the whole continent weigh in on the decision. And so someone has to make the decision. And nobody can make a perfect decision, but as long as you're making the decision for the best reasons you can, and they're truly for the best of other people and not selfish reasons, guys, under altruism, sometimes the people with the power to make those decisions have a responsibility to, I think. The king could have a good reason. I just don't know of one, and so I think that if you want to talk to him, then you should do that. And if he gives a good reason, then it's a good thing we talk to somebody. But if he doesn't give a good reason, then I think we should do it.
What if we were to?
Do we have to specifically tell him about this failsafe, or are we going to converse about the problem and trying to end this problem instead?
It seems like trying to solve the problem first before mentioning the failsafe would be a good idea. And people tend to,
Why show your hand?
people tend to get defensive when they think their control is slipping away.
Especially people with power.
Right. But Rory, to address something that you said, what if he were to say no, but with a terrible reason? We could always suggest or make happen a conclave of sorts between all the major powers of the continent, the Cogs Kingdom, Cognaspire, and the like. Give as many of their leaders a vote as we, or at least a voice as we could.
It's like the trolley problem. Fucking trolley
But,
problem.
what happens in the meantime? While the leaders are gathered, arguing, discussing.
Great place to stomp them all out at once.
Not wrong thought had across my mind, but
You
also
have to think devious to defeat devious. Don't give me that shitty grin.
I mean,
There's
if there's
also-
something we feel that they should, and they all get together and start their meeting and have long conversations, and we decide it needs to be flipped, we flip the switch while they're all together, and they can't teleport back to their own places. So, that's a thing.
that is a thing. We could also, between our various connections and allies we've made, to address Mayor's question, request our own reinforcements to at least save as many lives as we can in the meantime.
If I may. To me, saving lives is stopping more demons from coming here.
I think whether we turn it on or not, and we don't have to tell them where it's at or anything like that, but I think we need to at least let some people know so it doesn't seem like magic's just stopped? That way that they can potentially try to help calm people down? Because if you just take magic away from people,
Enough people will become pissed off. They will hunt for the source,
we're scared.
or they will be scared.
It doesn't matter whether they know ahead of time or not. When it happens, people are going to try to find it. This whole thing really is just painting a big target on your back.
But
At least, maybe not immediately.
But if we can keep
eventually.
the people like the king, or I could talk to Maggie. We can send a message to Bessemer and have Maggie contact us. If we can at least tell some people.
I don't think necessarily Corpinspire is going to be interested in the events of a small island kingdom, of which they are not a part.
Rory, you gonna say something?
If we warn people ahead of time, and the king, say, lets Andrea know so that it doesn't cause a panic because it's not unsuspected, it might cause more of a panic in one sense to know that someone has the ability to do this. It's not just a natural disaster of sorts, but it also might, if these portals are intentional and they're being opened up slowly over time to stay under the radar, if the people who are opening them know that they're about to lose access, there might be an all-out opening as fast as they can. We may invite the storm.
Alright, that's a good point. I think our first step should be to talk to the king.
How long does that take?
Can you teleport us to the capital from here?
Of course, we could Castellano, but how long does it take for an ambassador to get an audience with the king? You're gonna do it publicly, or you're gonna try to have a private audience for this?
I don't know, and it depends on what. I've never done this before.
What are you hoping to hear from the king?
I don't know that I want to hear anything. I just.
What if we were to turn it on, and then you were to go to the king and say, this is happening, and this is why?
I just think it's important to tell people that there's a reason for it, because having grown up with there not being a reason but not a true one, but what happened to me, I don't think it's fair to take magic away from people without.
Simultaneously, if we turn it on, what does that do? Aside from block magic, does it just push it somewhere else? Is there other ways? Do we have things in place? Because you can't have this on forever, right? So what exactly do you do from there?
The price is fine.
Yes, but what are you doing in the interest of buying the time?
Yeah.
If we,
We've been doing up to this point, trying to figure out why they're all coming here, what the end goal is.
I would be willing to assume the end goal is to kill everybody, but what?
Who's leading the charge? If we have an invasion of demons like this is not just a small movement. There's a prince behind it. Who's the prince? Which one of the demon rulers is flooding?
And if I may be a little blunt, I think that kind of thinking is a little short. Well, not the prince part, but the buying time is a little short-sighted because it was to stop them from opening portals outside of Andreo.
They do.
And then we're not there. You're not there. None of us, nobody's there to stop it. Or someone might take advantage of it in another way.
They've invested a lot of time, a lot of resources into Andreo. If they start somewhere else, it will take time. And by shutting off the teleportation anywhere else where they might go, they can't teleport into Andreo. And so, yes, of course, they may call this place a wash, but it will at least buy us time, and now they have to start the groundwork somewhere else.
what would happen if you created your own fatal funnel, if you will. A place where you have eyes on and you could watch that only people could teleport into. In that sense, you're the one who has the terrain, you're the one who has the advantage, you know where it's going, you're the one who limits where they can come in, and you can investigate a lot more clearly how this is all taking place.
Limit where?
Say there's one region where, and I'm just saying if this is turned on, you funnel them in instead of going out and not knowing any of their plans. You
What
allow
area
them
would go?
access to a locked room, if you will, that you have keys to or you have the ability to own.
Funnel them through a specific door.
It's not a bad idea.
Once again,
That's months.
my concern is the framework that you have in place to just shut this down does not immediately look to fix problems aside from what let people in. I think one of the questions for the king, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, would be asking what resources and teams are in place to actually hunt down the monstrosities that have been coming. And if that is something to be addressed, and if not, that it needs to be.
I think we need to talk to the king. And once we get a chance to talk to the king, you can decide whether you want to turn it on or not. But I think we need to talk to the king, and we can contact the archmage. Because I don't know if he'll help us, but maybe we can just alert him that there's been issues with demons and that they need to keep an eye out on the other continents.
Unfortunately, I feel that Mary's right. Not inspired very much here, but letting them know that it might be happening elsewhere.
They'll at least care about their own hides. Word can spread.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's. I feel like in the end, being trapped alone, survival instincts would kick in and they'd want to help out.
Word travels across the sea from ship to ship. I'm sure the stories that we've heard in one town are spreading. They're going to eventually get to the ships and be spread to other lands. People are going to find out. They're going to know. If it keeps getting worse, they'll keep hearing.
It's gonna keep getting worse.
They'll definitely know. They're not going to want the shit happening here to happen to them, yes?
On the other hand, I don't.
They may close themselves down.
I think that more likely, but I don't think they would take kindly to an idea of something that could control part of their capabilities. They seemed like a proud people from all that we saw.
A device like this would never be welcome from this fire. Most places wouldn't welcome it. My concern is how long before they reach the number that they're trying to reach and the invasion starts.
I think perhaps even more pressing than conversing with the king might be trying to get more information about the location of their forces, how many they number.
Something we've been attempting to do, but just
I think I might be
staying very well hidden.
I think I might be able to help with that.
And you haven't been able to find the places where they are. What about all the places where they're not? A vacuum is perhaps more noticeable than their presence at this point.
Well, over the past few weeks, there's been an increased number specifically on the King's Plane and portals opening. But it doesn't seem to be that. Hasn't been an increased siege attacks.
So are they hiding or are they?
There's been some, but the ratio of increased portals to increased attacks far more portals than captured. They're not battles.
Are they attacking randomly, or is there like a?
Just seem like that.
There's not a pattern to who they're attacking, or?
No way to extract information from these bastards.
Catch any of them.
Are they?
Something to do, eh?
Are the regions they're hitting more populated or more isolated?
It's the roads. It's the roads in between.
Are those roads becoming less traveled?
King's Road is the same road the altar here, I imagine. If you don't travel the King's Road, what road do you travel?
Are they doing it on? Where's the map?
Seems entirely spread at it. No.
Oh my goodness, a map.
Oh, there's a map.
What are you trying to do? So, for reference, you guys are here. The King's Point is this area here.
It's like north.
So you have, between y'all, you have Beastwatch, the King's Plain, where Bronzeley is, and then going across, like just straight across, not going down, straight across, you have the Meadows Forest that you guys went through. And then you get into more hill region areas, and the capital, and the mountains, the Murdoch Mountains, and then you're on the other coast.
They're gonna need his body, the Titan's body, to bring him back. Do they? What if they're looking for his body? Because if they try and bring him back and put him in a different body, he'll forget everything.
At this point, Balesfar. Revive it. Series of things that you need. You need the location of where the Titan was buried. You need the blood of its descendants, which, from what I gather, at this point, is the blood of the giants. You'll need the entire blood of the storm giant, cloud giant, frost, fire, hill, stone, one of each of the major giants. Back in the conflict, the descendant would be an actual blood descendant, but they're all gone. Descendants now, giants. You need the location, you need a lot of blood from giants, and you need the soul of the Titan. When the Titans died, there was no god who wanted their soul, so the soul here became soul saints.
Better?
I have the focus of the King's soul.
I'm sorry, I was.
In order for them to revive the Proteus, they need the soul.
And what I was in another place. Where the soul stones come from?
Those are the actual physical souls of the Titans. When they died, no king wanted, no deity wanted their souls. They remained on the material plane and turned to stone.
So, what is your exit strategy? You are the linchpin. You will always be the linchpin. Should this fortress be attacked, what is your exit strategy? Where do you go? Do you leave immediately? Do they know where you go? Is it someplace entirely different that they can't get to you?
Speaking of the watch, or me personally?
You personally. This place can fall. Every single one of us could fall, and the world would be okay. But should they take the soul stone from you, everything got very bad very quickly. So where do you go in the event of an attack? And not that I want to know, but is your expectation to stay here because no one would take on as powerful a beast as you? Which, forgive me, you are powerful, but they seem like they would be filled with reckless stupidity. So, having you not around or someplace where no one can access you is, in an emergency situation, this place were to be attacked, invaded, you can suddenly disappear too with the soul stone.
To be clear, I have the cell phone. Notification started. It is not on my person. As far as my exit strategy, not attack it. Okay. Because I believe it's
I was just believing you had the soul stone, but now you don't even have the soul stone, you just know the location of where it is or was, if it's still there, because
still
all
there.
these beings you have mental connection to.
He can be destroyed, nothing. can
But I
come
think
to it.
to Riker's point, and to something Mary brought up, we're putting a target over here anyway, just because we've got this thing that's turning off magic in the first place. And if there's forces already here that want that magic so they can bring people over, they're gonna try and find it. And if they find that and they find you at the same time,
a creature such as myself is strongest in this lair. This entire fortress is highly.
Yes. And if the fight goes poorly in your lair, where do you go? With your more knowledge of the soul stone.
If it would go so poorly that I would have the chance, there are other places who are.
Box seem to be connected to this. Have we found anything out about the box?
I tried to access the box. I know you tried more physical nature, so
I did not.
I used a spell to try to open it, and made a nasty headache out of it. And that's about as far as the investigation. Rory said he attempted to identify it before and shared that knowledge with me, and no,
You think something connected to this maybe is in there? A soul stone perhaps or something?
Potentially, possibly, but I'm also curious now we have a key.
The magic
Oh,
ass key.
interesting.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
I reach in my pocket and I get the key.
the mystery key.
Yes. Let me find that piece of shit. Where are you?
Oh,
no, it's not in my
interesting.
pocket. Where is it? Where
That,
is it?
okay,
I go looking
that's
through
good.
through my bag of holding, which is awesome. It's like a mess.
The beauty of the bag of holding, you don't have to think of what you want. You can.
Yeah, but I was looking through my actual inventory.
There's a lot of
The
keys.
digital
Picture the
bag of
wrong one.
holding.
Yeah,
Do what?
The digital bag of holding.
Pretty
does
much.
not work that way.
I transferred to a digital.
So
Is that what the ethereal plane is? The
Well,
cloud.
perhaps the best point at
He's not
this interaction. We take it in. Your eyes just arrived.
That's a great idea.
Tomorrow, discuss a little further, and if there have been no change of mind, with perhaps a if the team cannot come to a decision, say we of the meeting, we go.
While simultaneously, we will be both King's Plane. 4 more of these creatures.
Right. That's also a good point. The plan for to go, you all will go talk to the king. You want us to search the king's plane,
well,
or were you wanting to search the king's plane?
do you know where the Titan's located? I don't think you have to tell us, but do you know where he's buried?
Balesfar doesn't know?
Balesfar doesn't know. That information is not shared.
Well, we might be able to help a little bit with the storm giants, and just at least notifying them that people might be trying to desanguinate one of them.
You guys better the story.
Oh yeah, he's one of my friends.
Goodness, very powerful friend.
Well,
Is that cool?
I mean,
Right.
honestly, like I would have been okay if I just kept his bird, but I guess a friend's fine.
We don't want you to look at the box.
Do we want to try this?
I mean,
What?
Jay, yes, 100% Jay is on board.
What was the consequence? You said you got a headache. It seems like that's not too bad.
That's-
Very severe psychic damage.
I almost died.
I already have brain damage.
So I was
It's real bad.
I was trying to remember,
Very bad psychic
and this is
damage.
out of game. But I was trying to remember if anyone tried to open the box and didn't tell anyone.
That would be me.
Both of them.
Y'all didn't tell us that.
No, you
No,
saw
Kari
me die.
did. Mayor went down into the box to
Kari
do a
felt
thing.
compelled to mess with the box. Mayor of her own fruition went and messed with the box, and they both got really bad headaches.
Yeah.
Mine was less severe because I also had my
At the time,
breastplate
you were
at the
attuned to your
time.
breastplate.
So I do have the who's holding it now?
The hole, and the hole is
No,
somewhere.
no, the
Your breastplate?
yeah, my
You still
my
have
old
it.
I
You're
know.
not attuned to it.
I don't have a bag of holding though, so is it just like disassembled in my backpack?
You're still wearing it, aren't you?
That would be
Let's
bad
put
if it
your
were
arm.
disassembled.
No.
We should. The
If you
breastplate
wanted,
is
we
still
could
your
have
arm.
put that
That's
in
not
right
yours.
It would have been bunged into a bag.
Oh no, you're right. I'm just not attuned to
Yeah,
it.
so you're still getting. It's just a
Hole.
breastplate at this point.
If we wanted to try it tomorrow, I could relearn how to attune
I'll try tomorrow.
the.
Progress. Progress from dinner.
Well, I mean that too possibly. Today's already been a long day. I'm talking foolishness now. I'm sorry.
It's true. Don't be sorry. It has been a long day.
Alright.
And
Let's get out of this.
someone as valuable as you, I don't know. I don't know if you should be the one to try it.
I mean, I'm the one with the magic key. I'll do it.
And I'm the one who can withstand the most compelling of headaches. So, if you so desire, I just don't want to see us.
Was it a Constitution saving throw that people had to do?
Was my memory.
Which I failed.
We also have to keep in mind, the key has a 5% chance of working.
Is that it?
Yes.
Is
I
there,
thought
a
it was
way
a 5% chance of failing.
is there a way you can upcast that?
That would be great. I don't know how
No,
to do
it
it.
is. It's called mystery key. You put it in any
Yes.
lock, and there's a 5% chance of it unlocking that lock.
And,
You roll like a
once
D20 or something?
Once it's
Yeah.
been used, poof, it is gone.
Yeah. Once it's successful.
Oh, excuse me,
Once
I am
Once it
alive.
hits that 5%, once it is used,
Alright.
you no longer exist.
Line up. First person doesn't get it when their spell, like hit points are down.
Oh, it's like Russian
we
roulette.
just change the
Poor
order.
Russian.
I feel
And
like
have
this
at
is
it.
maybe not a great way to go about that.
So yes, if I remember correctly for the box, it was the wisdom save was to be compelled to fight the compelling to mess with it. If you willingly choose to mess with it, then it will have to protect itself.
Was there a save to
Mess
resist
with
the psychic
I
damage?
do believe that it was also a wisdom save.
I think that's right.
Yes. Very high DC.
Yeah.
And you did learn that there was you could pick the block out of the trap.
Mm.
I believe the DC was 25.
One of my thieves' tools. Pretty good.
So you could attempt to pick the lock.
I have to roll at least a 15.
And you could get a
Some
little bit of a boost.
assistance? I have several things that might be able to help you now. That I don't know if we were fully able to help with the last time we were here,
My brain went to bad places.
Yeah, so we will say that you guys leave from
Find a private room later.
the sort of hidden room. We'll say that you guys leave from
Do
there,
what?
ignore them. And so as y'all are coming back up the stairs, you are discussing whether or not you want to do the box now, or you can go set up in the sort of storage room / barracks for the adventurers that come in. You guys have stayed before. If y'all want to go
About what time
reclaim
is
your
it?
corner.
Mayor will not be sleeping in the keep.
It is
Okay.
It is about, let's say it's like maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that. So
Okay.
early afternoon.
afternoon?
Early afternoon, we'll say. So you guys can.
Oh, if we've left and Robus isn't with us, I'll finally put my sword away.
So I mean that's you guys can choose to go back to the war room to mess with the box.
Do we want to go fuck around with that box?
Y'all can go.
Who wants to get zapped?
Jay
He wants to find out.
Jay really wants to mess with the box. Kari's unsure because she died.
Rory, do you have any
When
preferences?
I'm
on what to do?
conscious.
Can help with the box if that's the decision.
Alright. What do y'all want you to do in this moment? As you are going to wait until tomorrow to fully decide what to do about the unnamed device.
Like, oh, well, of course we're going to go talk to Kingfish. So.
I think as a team we could get the box.
I would
agree.
be.
I think the two of us have decided to go find the box.
Yeah.
We're heading that way.
Yes!
Let's do it. Let's just do it.
You travel with
This is where
Freddy dies.
Robos and Dimble back to the war room where the box is.
Backup characters prepare.
So,
To the chest that it is in, you pull out portable hole, and you know the box is inside the portable hole. So, what's the plan?
so
I know.
what do you feel like would be most beneficial? Advantage on the roll or adding a d4 to it? Because I could do one or the other, but not both because they're both
Oh
concentration.
my god.
A.
Oh, this is good.
Can we
This is
shake?
good.
Can we shake the Christmas present? See what kind of tisms we
You
get?
can mess with the box all you want.
I hate that he puts it that way.
So,
Alright.
what would you like? Advantage or plus a d4?
I don't trust myself enough. I would want
Rory
advantage.
Rory can also help. Rory has a means by which to aid. Right, Rory?
I somehow muted myself. Yes, I was saying I can give the D4 if she wants to do.
Okay.
Okay.
So he can have both.
Are you,
Okay.
So, because what you said, would it be a +4 or a D4?
A d4.
Okay. So,
Okay.
all right.
Alright, I will go ahead and enhance ability then.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
And I will guidance.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So here's my question for you, Freddie.
Hey.
Are you going to do this inside the hole, or are you taking the box out of the hole to do it? Because, I'll remind you,
Yes.
the hole is a separate plane. It's just sort of a black void.
Right. That's.
So if you go in the hole and nobody's like in there with you, they can't see what happens to you.
Well, I'm in there at least because I'm casting the magic and concentrating on him.
Okay. Which means Rory would also be in there.
Is there enough room?
Can I
Where-
cast it outside and just concentrate on it once he moves? Or no?
Can remind me when
It's 6 foot diameter, 10 feet tall.
Remind me when we put the hole, regardless of where we put it, it's fall down into hole.
Yes.
Okay.
Gravity and hole goes this way.
Okay.
Or whatever. Gravity goes towards bottom of hole. Let's see. Jordan,
Take
can you
them.
concentrate across planes? This is essentially the question.
Yeah.
It may not matter. But let me
I'm
do one
done.
thing.
I get on a plane and I get in the back and I think about
Oh, I gotta see him for my other thing anyways. I'm in there.
Okay, so are you in the hole or are you pulling it out of the hole?
concentrate real hard on first.
Well, if it's out of the hole, it has the potential to fuck with other people, right? Okay.
I mean, it messes with, from all of your experience in messing with it, the person interacting with it is the
Yes.
person who gets affected.
Okay. So then I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll be down in the hole. We'll tie a rope and have it out there so they can, like you, they're in the hole. They can pull on the rope.
Yeah, so you're in the hole, and you got Rory and Mayor in the hole as well.
And Augustina, I don't know how, like, if we put this up against a wall or on the floor, but, like, Augustina will just poke her head, like, in so she can sort of see what's going on.
So Augustina's got, like, at least her head in.
So rope tied to me. Riker can drag my dead ass out. They can climb out, and Augustina can be the lookout to make sure what's going on. So this sounds like a great plan.
So, as you go in, the box is there in the
This
hole.
will be the D4.
You go to look at it. Upon first interacting with it,
Yeah.
we will need a wisdom save.
But he's choosing to interact with it.
Say no to saving.
It wants you to interact with it, so then it can hurt you.
All right. That's great. That's 11.
The fail.
You sure?
So hold on.
Wisdom
I
save?
assume that's a high DC, Wes.
So question.
Wisdom is
Yes.
0, and I rolled an 11.
Are we doing this
okay, sorry.
where
Yeah,
we're
you're
just passing Mayor's armor around?
He's not attuned.
No, because you have to attune.
You'd have to attune to it.
Over an hour.
Y'all did not say that you were attuning to that. He's just.
No, that's what I was asking. Because I thought that we had talked about that. Which is why, like when we talked about your armor. Are we just passing this around? Like you get 3 tries, and then if you don't, we take a break. You can rest, check yourself for being winded.
And you all
get it.
don't take the time for you to put on her
So-
armor and attune to it.
I don't think that had been the intention.
Okay.
We're just being
Man, we
dumbasses
could,
and rushing
but-
into this.
Yeah.
Riker's going to call in. Don't forget to wear the armor, and
As he
then
touches it.
yes, exactly. That way, if this goes poorly, we can come back with a plan of action.
Augustina's probably, like, angled her head, so she's, like, got an ear out here and an ear in here. And
Yeah,
she's like,
basically, it goes through her
okay.
ear and out
How
the other one.
much damage?
There's 11.
That's what I rolled. It was an 11. Yeah.
This
You
is a
take
magic.
36 points of psychic damage.
Fuck.
36, that was it?
36.
36.
Okay.
I'm also using my bonus action to just get my 10th HP. Just in case.
Okay.
No, 9 points.
And so you take 36 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, I did.
And now you will attempt to pick the lock. So that's a D20 with advantage and a D4.
I'll use these.
What's up, Jordan?
And what does he need to roll? He said like a 15 on the die.
I need to roll 15 because
Yeah.
I have a 10 on my
Well,
Okay.
for a 14, because now you have
Oh.
at least a D4. So
yeah.
Come on.
So what are we going for? 20?
That's a natural 20 on that first one.
Oh!
Should I roll the rest or
Yes.
Sure, let's see what you can get up to, bud.
That's 18. But that's a 4.
You still would have done it. You still would have done
So
it.
that's
Actually, double crit.
34.
The 2 die.
I got a 4. I got a 20.
Oh my
I got
god.
a
Okay.
Okay. Rory, you're gonna.
I'm gonna die now because
he was
all my
prepared,
luck is
so I'm just
gone.
gonna do it. He's gonna flash of genius bonus action +5 to
Okay.
Great.
So you get a 39.
In this moment, Gray is the golden god. Fuck that dragon guy. I'm magical in all senses.
As you go to mess with the lock,
Yes.
after taking a wave of psychic energy,
Yes, that
you
hurt like
manage
hell.
to pick the lock, and as it lifts open the lid, as you go to open the lid,
It's true.
are you below 50 hit points?
I am below 50
Oh
hit
my
points.
God.
And he drops dead.
Cool.
Man!
Freddy, you immediately are at 0 hit points and you are dead.
I'm pulling out one of the diamonds. I'm pulling out one of the diamonds. I'm rushing over, dropping down next to him. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Oh, fuck. Augustina's gonna kill me.
Augustina is watching this.
When Rory says, I think this ruse has gone on love enough, and casts 9th level time stop.
Is that sarcasm or has something else happened?
Pause of uncertainty go, which just, he's like, tell me this is not happening.
Perfect, Jordan. I love it. That
Oh
didn't
my
happen.
god. Yeah. I didn't think so, but like
sheer panic.
He came back as Barry.
Like laughing, just all
Riker
silent
jumps
right now.
in.
Rory's been buried this whole time.
Honestly, actually, I
hey,
think
Jordan,
as soon as
thank
Gray
you
drops
for,
Arcee, they just like fall into
throwing
the
that
hole.
good zinger out on my desk. I love it.
Alright, so,
Revivify.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
And
Freddie,
Yes.
you have not died yet. Yes.
I have never died
You have
before.
never died before.
No,
Let's
that's.
go to another
I don't think that's a sentence I would have ever said in my life, but
Oh my god.
hey, this isn't my life anymore.
Is it possible if,
Anything's possible.
if when he dies, I assume I break concentration on enhanceability?
When you start concentrating on it, you just feel that it's not necessarily like immediately.
Okay, can I drop concentration on enhanceability, cast Bless, and then cast Revivify?
Plus more. You can. Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay.
But for attack rolls and saving throws, a roll that is about to come down.
I'd like to move forward with the diamond though. I will. Is guidance touch? I think.
Yes.
Like I'll run up, like throw a hand on the shoulder, and guidance Mayor.
I'm gonna be upset when he kills me.
So, you have not died.
No, I haven't.
So I can do it. You can. Okay. Somebody needs to roll a d20 and not roll a 1.
of all the people.
I can do it if you would like me to do it.
You pick Garrett.
Rock, paper, scissors for it?
It's whatever you.
Whatever you decide.
All in this moment. Oh.
Wes is willing, I'm willing. You can if you want to, it is up to you.
Somebody else do it. Somebody else do it.
Would you like to do it or would you like me to do it?
I'll do it.
Save my life, Lauren.
This is the dice you gave me.
Save my life, Lauren.
Oh, I know.
It's not a 1.
So,
Yes.
you, having just cracked the box,
Yeah.
feel a wave of dark energy come out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this moment, everybody within 10 feet of the box. Which are the beat. It's you, it's Rory, and technically you.
God.
You're welcome.
I would like a Constitution saving throw from the three of you.
Oof.
This is fine.
Brobus,
We think everything's
Balesfar, Dimble, like they're in the room with the hole too, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
up in the material plane
Yes.
is Grovis, Balesfar, Dimble, Rory, and Riker, and half of Augustine.
The majority of Icena, but. Where's the paladin when you need one?
Okay,
He's over in that
so
other
the three
house.
of you, your Constitution saving throws were Mayor,
13.
13. Rory,
The luckiest number.
9.
Nah.
18.
18. You all take 35 points of necrotic.
Oh my god.
Now, come to consciousness.
Me have.
You have staring at Mayor above you.
Did it work?
I don't know. I don't care. Are you okay?
Let's get out of the hole. I glance at the box.
You look, and the box is open.
How much
Can you open it? Did you glitch?
do I need to do it?
Oh, I caught a flash
Okay,
of color.
I
I'm
did too.
freaking
Inside
out.
the box.
Can I actually be the one to open it? Because I
Wait,
did
wait,
it in
wait, wait.
game. I've never been more excited to open a box.
Oh my god.
Oh crap!
Oh my god.
Hold on, what is happening?
I think he's
We're
trying
gonna
to
get it on
get the.
camera.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta make sure Jordan can see this.
Jordan, can you see the majesty?
He'll switch
I
to.
can.
He can switch to the battle cam.
Yeah, I switched it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Inside the box, you see
Oh my god.
sitting on a red velvet.
Does it blink? Does it do anything?
And we're gonna go to break. 'Cause we're gonna go to break.
Oh my gosh. So Vecna, am I right?
Yeah, Augustina probably like as soon as she sees that Freddy is back up, like pops out and is looking at Riker, and there's like blood streaming and stuff, and she's like,
Pull Freddy out, please, please, please. Can you just?
Are we
Can you,
recording?
can you,
Yep, we're
can you
good.
pull? Can you pull?
Real quick, as you're getting him ready, I just tap him real quick. I don't actually need to, but hold up.
I think it's just groaning and holding my head that's in pain.
You are being hoisted.
That's what the rope is for.
Uh-huh. I got you.
I got my hands holding my tablet. Hold on. Yeah.
Harness and all.
Yeah. I do.
You get 40 hit points.
Oh my goodness. All the healing tisms.
Reason.
oh my god.
Okay, so as he is being aerial back out of the hole, Mayor and Rory, what are y'all doing?
I just gathered some of my internal energy and instinctively just flung it at Gray
Okay.
and cast Life Transference.
Okay.
So, he's doing great. Awesome. And I'm just
He pleases me.
sort of standing there. As soon as he gets out of view, I start looking at Rory and then at the box and then at Rory and then at the box and the eyeball in the box in particular, and just that's really gross and kind of dangerous, perhaps. Rory, what do you think?
How? Was not expecting that.
Oh, right.
Why does someone
right.
want an eye?
I
Seems like a weird collectible.
I
You have the ability
don't
to
disagree.
identify it or
You
anything.
haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I thought they were.
They're still
Oh, hold on, one
Yeah, we
moment,
haven't touched the
Rory.
box yet.
Just a second.
Question, Wesley. I
7, 8, 8.
hope I know the answer too. Penny on my waist, inside the closed Solosian leather stronghold. She does autosave from area effects. Is she fun?
Did you kill Rory's plant?
So the day I come back.
Don't ask for that.
Rory, you take 33 points of healing.
Up to level 9,
Flesh cactus.
she does have greater rebirth. So if she dies, there's a we'll see.
I would say
There's a chance.
There's always a chance.
no. I don't think, given the general lack of sentience within Penny,
Mhm.
I don't think that it would have affected her.
Okay.
But I think she's okay.
Okay. So, question on that then, just follow up now that here's the way you said that. In a case, a hypothetical, like at level 11, when she gets Kindred Mind, the telepathic bond grows and we can a mind meld essentially. If that was happening at that time, would she be affected?
Might have,
Oh, interesting.
or it might have.
Side effect I never would have thought of.
You might have been greater affected as you are mentally connected to Penny.
I would have. Oh, but there wasn't a saving. Oh no, yeah, there was. I would have had advantage. I think. But okay. Anyways, just curious how that would have played together.
Yeah.
'Cause
So,
side effect I never considered. So
but
Rory, did you take your 33 points of healing?
What? No. Where did you hear that?
I cast Cure Wounds on you. I am.
Excellent.
Just
the
step forward.
33?
33.
Oh, I'm back to full.
Again. Oh, I feel good.
You have those temp HPs.
I had the temp HP, I got hit, and I immediately put them on again.
Okay. So, with you two in the box. In the hole.
No, what the
At the
box?
bottom of the sea.
In the keep on the edge of the cliff.
Yep. What's the plan for y'all?
I could identify it.
That might be. Do you have to touch it?
I'm pretty sure it did.
Yes. Identify as
I was gonna say, I'm fairly certain we did do this.
No, let's
I'm
not.
telling the people out of the hole.
I
There's an eyeball.
don't know if touching it is the best idea.
If I walk up to the box, am I getting any of that vibe? Like, can I approach it okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fucker killed me. Of course you're getting bad vibes.
I don't. Is touching the eye worse than touching the box?
I don't know.
Don't touch the box.
Is it better to touch it in here or out there?
Oh, we should have put ropes on them too.
I love you.
I don't think this still feels like really, really bad. And I don't think it should leave the hole.
Okay. I'm gonna see what I can find out, and in contrast to our former conversations, I give you permission to do whatever you need to do.
Okay. And before you do, I cast protection from evil and good on you.
Ooh.
That's probably a good thing.
There's so many things.
I'm gonna guide myself
happening right now.
and then go.
Okay.
So I won't cast it ritually since I want the guidance. I'll actually spend the spell slot.
Okay. So you spend the next minute identifying, as it takes a minute to cast identify.
Yes.
Which means you are in contact with the eye specifically for a minute.
Oh, I don't like it.
Oh, good. Okay, so guidance lasts a minute, so we're okay. For a
Yeah.
second, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be less than a minute. Okay, so spell slot.
I don't like the way you're saying these things.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's gonna
while,
be like the Palantir.
while you are casting that, we're going to smash cut to Freddy coming out of the hole. Sort of backtrack time a little bit.
Holding his head, just dying, you know. I let go of my face, and you see that it's all like scarred across his face, and he's just like, I got the box open, I did it. There's an eyeball in the box.
Stabilize. People haven't come out in a few seconds yet. I'll be back.
Why is there 9 in the box?
I hand you the end of the rope.
The literally weakest person on your team.
You know what?
Do you have the lowest strength?
I think I do.
No,
Tension.
what is your negative?
You can't.
One, I've got an 8.
Sure.
We're the same.
I mean,
So teams and I have the
there.
same strength.
Robust, nimble, and bounce.
Mine makes sense though.
he hands the rope to Kari and to Brovos, because two's better than one, and jumps into the hole because Rory's in there. And
So,
he looks terrible.
As you come up and sort of say, Rory, just as you are beginning to cast Identify, you see, like, SEAL Team 6 coming in. Full on Riker just
He does the superhero landing.
full on, like, fast roping down into the hole.
I would also like to refer back to the fact that it's a 6-foot radius for 3 people to be in there.
Yes. So, just as Rory touches the eye to start Identify, Riker lands.
Get ready to grab him and looks at Mare questioningly, like, should I just rip him off of this?
Mare's face has concern and trepidation written all over it.
Love you, Jordan.
I don't think Mary even has words. Mary's just concentrating on her protective abjuration, and she's never going to be the person to tell somebody not to do something. So if Rory is choosing to do this, she's not gonna, like, she's gonna help him and support him, but
Looking. Did y'all agree on that?
bad juju.
That's a technical term right there.
Did Rory
That's a
decide to
holiest
do
of holy
that?
terms.
As far as I can
That's
tell,
a
he's
holy
doing this under his own complete free will.
And Riker won't yank him off of the box yet.
Just hands on the shoulders.
He's just trying to find out what this thing is.
Kind of like, you know, when you get hit by electricity and the dude next to you, just like, instead of grabbing you, straight up run some body slams. That's what we're going for. Okay?
Okay.
Break connection, if necessary.
Why are you looking for something?
I'm so
Why are
excited
you doing
right
so
now.
much digging right now, Wes? What are you? Why? This seems unnecessary.
And I need to get out of the game and back into my notes. Not out of the game, but you know what I mean.
I am.
Leaving again.
I'm saving a new save file here, so I can come back to this point if I have to.
I'm looking up the information on the Eye of Agnes so I can make sure I give it to him correctly.
God.
I feel like that's only a partial truth. I feel like there's more going on here.
Because
What
I, in
information
my
is handed
forward
to you
planning,
correctly?
did not plan ahead for y'all.
You didn't expect me to be the god of
I
lockpicks?
really should have. This is on me, and I accept that.
That is okay. I didn't expect that I
That's
would
on me.
actually roll
Based
so
off of
amazingly.
our,
Still jazzed.
what little bit we know about Vecna,
Mm-hmm.
was he a fiend or devil at any point?
No.
Does
Lich.
Riker know that? Because I got some fancy shiny gauntlets that are crying for fiend juice.
That's a
Make a religion
statement
check,
right there.
bud. Is this right? Make a religion check.
Well, did I recall it lich?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You would call undying and undead more than being in this moment. Sorry, Jordan.
Been eating sugar.
Jordan, with protection from good and evil, if this eye is trying to charm, frighten, or possess you, you will have advantage on the save.
Fantastic.
Good news, we didn't waste the key.
We did
What
not
that's
waste the
gonna
key.
be, my saving throws are trash. So I will need a name.
Sorry, y'all.
No worries, take your time.
We need words. Where's our random words guy?
One of my coworkers the other day said a word I had not heard since I was in high school. Ishka pishka.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Bless you.
Okay.
I can't even remember the last time I heard that one.
So,
It's been a while.
Rory,
Shaggle.
you finished casting Identify.
Yeah.
Alright. I would like you to make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Check.
Great intelligence. That is a natural 20. Plus 5. Plus Flash of Genius is 30.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
With the dice guy.
So you managed to
Pretty good.
learn all of the information about this, as some of it was attempting to conceal itself from a simple first level spell like Identify.
Fuck you, eyeball.
So, you learn that this is in fact the Eye of Vecna.
That's why I went for the scarring on my face.
Immediate properties here. For one to attune to this, just to be clear, for one to attune to this, you have to gouge out your eyeball and then insert it.
Yeah.
I get what Barry wanted to do.
You have to gouge your eye out.
Now, by tuning to this, right, you gain true sight. You can use an action as if you're wearing the ring of X-ray vision.
No, Rowan.
The eye has 8 charges, and from it you can use varying levels of charges to cast varying spells such as Clairvoyance, Crown of Madness, Disintegrate, Dominate Monster, or Eye Bite. And this eye can only be destroyed by the Sword of Cast. You figure out that this eye also. Let's see here. While you are attuned to it, you cannot be charmed or frightened.
Sandy.
While you are attuned to it, your intelligence increases by 2 to a maximum of 24. And while you are attuned to it, you deal 1d6 necrotic damage to any plant you touch that isn't a creature.
Oh no! I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
You say that last one more time. What except against a creature?
You deal 1d6 necrotic damage to any plant that is not a creature. So essentially, if you're walking through a field of grass, you are actively killing every bit of that.
This is a doomsday weapon.
Yes.
And we found the nuke.
Okay, so you attempt to punch the eye? Is that what you do?
With my thunder gauntlet, just between them, just no, not really.
Here's a question. If you were to scratch the eye, would Vecna get an eye itch?
Can he see through it?
That is the question.
I don't like this.
So,
We don't know.
I didn't say my character likes it. I said Jay doesn't like this.
Touche. Touche.
that is what you learn. What do you do with that?
I close the box. There's nothing else in the box.
Nope. Just the eye on the pillow.
Inside of another box. Nail that box.
Oh, and I forgot to say that when you attune to this, your alignment changes to neutral evil.
That's part of the other shoe dropping. That's like the first couple
the shoe.
toes.
Okay.
Interesting. So you get a lot of cool powers, some cool vision, and you kill plants.
And you're evil.
Kind of, yeah.
You're not evil. You're not evil. You are misunderstood.
Yeah, I was gonna say, evil is a point of perception, really. It's
We know it's not good. I close the box.
Okay.
perspective, really.
Does the magic react?
Rory, are
Is that
you
fucking box lock
okay?
itself?
Do you feel all right?
I'm good. That's not.
Oh, I missed you, Jordan.
It. It's a plant killer, and well, it's the eye of Vecna, so that's
Oh.
yeah.
Can we hear all this stuff?
That's what Penny said.
That's what Penny said.
Penny. Penny.
I think well, you said this already, but I am in agreement at this moment. The box should stay in the hole. We should not stay in the hole, and we should fold up the hole.
Okay. Is there still a rope hanging down?
He repelled out a rope. There's a rope down here with Riker.
Mr. Riker, was anybody else injured? during this whole...
I'm not sure. You might. Rory's all right. The only other one will be Augustina. So I would encourage you to hurry up and go check on her.
Right, yes, of course. Would you terribly mind giving me a boost? Mare is just tossed out of the hole.
Wait a minute. You have strong gauntlets now too.
I haven't attuned to them yet. It's
Dang
the
it.
same day.
Cause like, I got plans.
Oh, I am so excited.
So, you all get out of the hole. And
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Is anybody else,
So Augustina's probably like behind Gray, trying to like hold him, sort of be a pillow, because she's like, oh my gosh, you've been injured. Blood is streaming out of the orifices on her face.
Wait, what?
with,
Yeah.
with,
I don't know about this. I'm
purpose
my head hurts.
and, not rushing and not running, but walking
Swiftly.
with purpose. Augustina, you've got a little something on your... can I help?
Yeah, sure. What was that? What was that?
That, as Rory
Very
said,
bad.
is not good. Here.
Duh!
And let me go ahead.
at this point, so as all of this like insanity is happening, right? So you have robots who was like holding
Insanity.
the rope,
This seems
holding
normal to
it
me.
as y'all are coming up
29 points of healing.
ruin,
Beautiful.
then we'll sort of looking at Balesfar like, okay, 2 feet? Like what? We don't hear.
No, we're fine, thank you.
And I forget about
The rivalry is real.
the conscience is, let's try to keep this as in-house as possible. So Dimble goes and like secures the war room door. Balesfar is just sort of standing there trying to help in any way, but feeling a little helpless.
Wait, we're in the war room?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we'd moved to a different room for this.
The chest with the hole and the box is all in the war room.
Never mind, I was not.
So as everybody comes out,
Yeah, everybody's out of the hole.
Kari's folded shut.
The hole is folded shut.
So, what did we learn?
That thing is very bad.
Duh!
Right there.
Did we learn anything new?
Folds it up, and he'll rush over and start wiping the blood off of Augustina's face.
We did all of you too, eh?
Okay, so for those of us who weren't down there, what happened?
I got the box open!
Splendid.
At this point, I still trying to decide if that was a good or a bad thing.
Obviously bad.
There was an eyeball.
Why is there an eyeball in the box?
Rory spent some time trying to identify it. It's why we were a little delayed. Rory?
Kills plants. I closed it up.
Do you know whose eye it is?
Relocked the box. I died.
I'd say it's nobody's now, but it was Vecna's.
This wouldn't happen to be the Vecna deity of undeath and all that,
And secrets.
and secrets.
Based on what the eye does, I would say probably.
Can he still see out of it?
Did it move? Oh god, did it move?
Did it see us? Oh, that's creepy.
Hey, that's very creepy. Did it move while you were there?
It kind of seemed like it was twitching, but maybe that was just me.
Why didn't, let's just like, it's an eyeball. We just like,
Hey.
yeah.
I am not going down there and getting my ass blasted again for the box to be open.
No, of course not. But like, we could drop the
Alright,
fireballs
well,
in there.
did you lock the box back? Is it locked again?
No, I don't know. I just closed it. I don't know if it locked.
I don't want to touch it again.
Hey, Oive. This is a thing.
It doesn't have to be. We smash it. We throw fireballs in there with it and we blow it up. It works really well on me.
I was not ready for that. Let's be honest, this is the leftovers of a deity. Is that enough to destroy it?
Fireballs, you mean?
Anybody?
I was there when he became a deity.
What?
As you look at Balesfar.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Brovos for just a second. I was like, cool. Hell? What?
So you look at Balesfar.
So
Very
was he an
long-lived
asshole?
That
No, he's an eyeball.
took power during the turning on. Was he an asshole? He was the world's most powerful lich, who became the god of secrets,
I'm going to take that as a yes.
and in doing so, he erased the knowledge of how to become god.
I stand by my assumption.
In some ways, I suppose that's a good thing.
Oh. Kari has just gone full, like, she's normally kind of pale. Kari has lost her concentration on her form and has gone full blank changeling.
So that's like a muscle you constantly have tensed, eh?
To a certain extent.
He is, thankfully now, on the other side of the sacred shell. He left the other deity. When he was a lich, he was betrayed by Cast the Bloody Hand.
Yeah, and there was a hand and an eyeball. There's a hand out there somewhere.
Cast removed Vecna's eye and hand with a sword. Apparently, stories are true. Cast's soul is somewhere in this sword, and is the only thing that can destroy these artifacts.
Is this... I'm sorry, I'm a little overwhelmed. Is this two potential world-ending catastrophes being discussed in an afternoon?
Well, in order for this to be a world-ending catastrophe, it generally requires the person to be wearing both the and the eye.
Ugh, you wear them. So gross.
You say where?
I almost think it's
Utilize
more like...
attached to your body.
But no, I
You're
think
not
we
to
have.
like scrape out your eye and put that eye in. That was one of the
Oh, that's just wrong.
I mean, sometimes it's necessary in cases to prevent further infection. But anyway,
But
I feel
no.
like you might get infected by putting an eye that's in a box.
I feel like it's gonna infect you with something worse than just like a normal
You
infection.
mean syphilis?
Yes.
Undead.
But I think
Oh,
if we circle
6 of
back
one, half
to the
dozen
fact
of the
that
other.
Barry was looking for this,
So Barry is clearly a asshole.
is Barry also looking for the hand?
Oh, did Barry even know what was in the box?
Do you even know who Barry is?
I am aware of the bear.
He is an asshole.
He is.
I don't know. He seemed kind of nice.
No, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. We killed him.
Until the whole like this situation.
So,
I am content
allow
to
this-
kill. Oh,
in order for the sword of cast can destroy the hand and the eye. However, if an individual is attuned to both the hand and the eye, they can destroy the sword.
so
that's-
what do we know about this sword?
That I know nothing.
Fucking damn it.
Well, that's
Because it's like, which one is better to have and to destroy the other with? I would think if we get the sword, we can kill the eyeball and the hand.
We only have to kill one.
Potentially, but finding the sword, I mean,
Is the sword more important than finding the location of the place where these abyssal creatures are gathering?
If I may make a suggestion.
go ahead. What's ahead?
the holy city of Regalian might have better answers for what to do with the Eye of Deity.
On Expios?
Yes, on the Isle de Noir is the city of Regalian. It is the last city, it's the last place where the gods were on the material plane. It's where they issued the reckoning, and then when they left, people built the holy city there. It's the only thing on the map. Everything else is wild forest.
What's the name of the city?
Regalian.
Regalian?
I know.
What was the sword name?
The Sword of Cass.
Word of pass. You're gonna find Regalian for spell, where you make sure to spell it right, but now I can't find my note that says where it went down. Nah. Revealian.
I guessed
Got it
right.
in one.
Nice.
So, of course, it then becomes a matter of getting it to them or getting it to people who can get it.
Do you think they would care about the fact that someone's trying to revive a Titan?
I think they might care a little more about the eye than that, but they might both.
So potentially we have a Titan. Or well, we have a Titan being tried to be revived. I'm sorry, my brain is kind of scrambled.
An
We
abyssal
have-
evasion force.
Right. Invasion Force, Titan, Vecna Eyeball, and asshole trying to get Eyeball.
Have we confirmed that the Abyssal Force is connected to the attempted revivification of the Titan?
I feel like that was an assumption, but maybe.
I don't know if that is founded in proven fact as of this point.
I don't think so either.
And how does it connect back to Syndigar?
Well, he was in the abyss when he was defeated, correct? If I remember.
I killed Syndigar in one of the layers of the cliff.
So where did Vecna get sent out of our realm? Where did he get put?
I believe he's made his home Shadowfell, where he contends for control of it. Great.
This is
Um,
this is
I'm just trying
And
to
both of those deities
understand.
ascended. Right.
They were both mortal once.
Yes.
And now they vie for control of the Shadowfell.
Yes.
There's an odd, ironic poetry in that.
It's like pottery, it rhymes.
Looking at the condition of all of you, I might think that dinner and rest would be good, and maybe we add this to our list of things to discuss in the morning.
wonderful. Okay.
Perhaps.
Or do you think perhaps your organization could help with the transport of this box to the Galleon, being a holy organization itself?
I don't even think I'll have to ask.
If you can just notify some of us before they get here.
We can discuss details of that in the morning. perhaps they could meet us at East Village.
That's possible. I know there's no teleportation circles nearby. At least none that I was high enough rank to be aware of, but...
Well, sleep, food, and morning bed. See if during the night you all come up with any strategies. We'll discuss them then. Right. So you guys are leaving the portal and the chest in the war room.
Yep.
You all are leaving and going where?
I have to leave them. What happens if I put them inside my bag of holding?
If you put the portal inside your bag of holding.
Yeah, we were warned about
this.
You were given a disclaimer that it will open a portal where you and everything within 10 feet of you will be sucked to the astral sea.
So,
I
like,
mean-
if a bag of holding in a bag of holding, it would do that.
It
Basically makes a black hole.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy
Yeah,
shit.
you put extra
Cool.
dimensional and extra dimensional. It makes a black hole to a place that you and everything else get sucked to. And there are things called astral dreadnoughts that live out there.
Yeah.
Interdimensional hyperkraken.
Yeah.
Think Jabba the Hutt with big pincers and could eat a city.
Put,
I mean, he's already almost there.
Put pincers on a blue whale. And then make it like 50 times bigger.
The miniature will be here by the time you get here. Just see, it's terrible.
Stupid.
So as we're walking, Kari is kind of lost.
Dimensional planes now.
Yeah,
I think we're all like limping and leaning on each other.
Kari is actually headed for the gate
Okay.
out of the city, or out of the
Out of
East
the
Watch.
Mara's headed around to the backside, getting as close to the cliff where she can see the ocean as possible.
Are you staying in the watch or are you going out to that bench where you had sat before the boat?
I'm going out, but going to the opposite side
Okay.
of the bench for the three of us.
The north side.
So we haven't
South
split the
side.
party yet.
I mean, we kind of, because Kari's walking.
Out. Mayor's walking out.
Kari's walking towards the direction of the gate as of this moment.
Mayor's walking towards the direction of the gate to go out.
We've got our walkie-talkies. I don't know what the
Are
range.
you walking well ahead of the group, or
Kari doesn't even acknowledge your existence. Like, she hasn't even changed back to her form. She's still in white hair, white eyes, black around it, and her outfit is just solid gray.
Ari?
Don't do anything crazy.
Ari.
Kari's just walking. And
you
if you're close enough, you can hear her mumbling under her breath a little bit.
I mean, I
So badly want to do what you would do, but I don't know if that would be good.
Who is you? Who you?
Jay.
I was gonna say, which you are you referring to?
Yes.
Mare is fairly perceptive and insightful. What am I picking up from Kari? Can I tell the
You've actually
overall-
known Kari the longest. This is the first time you've ever heard her praying to the Raven Queen.
Okay.
And she's repeating kind of over and over this, please let this work, please let this work, please let this work, please let this work. Mother, I hope you're listening. And she just keeps going through that over and over as she's walking.
Now, when I've gone and tried to do dumb things, you have attempted to grapple me with your knifey rope thing.
Only when you weren't yourself.
You're not yourself this time. So, with your permission, because you just said that,
You do you, boo. You do you, boo.
Wrecker starts looping the rope into a lasso. Walking behind at a decent pace, just out of sight of Kari, like 10 feet behind, just making sure Kari's okay.
You could literally be walking in front of her. She wouldn't notice you.
And if something looks like it's about to go, meh.
Are the on that note, are the gates open or closed? Open.
No, walk up to Augustina. And give you a big.
When Kari
wipe your face. A little
when Kari gets about
make sure they are
20 feet from the
totally
gate,
stupid.
she's gonna cast
I'm
invisibility.
going to go sit by the shore.
Riker throws the rope to
I
where
was gonna go grab some food to bring it out.
it was. When it was really happy.
Make essentially an attack roll with disadvantage.
Augustina's getting
No,
food.
pass.
If you want to join us for a meal.
It's just the
I'm eating food, but I'm gonna bring it out to wherever you guys are going, so just make sure I can figure out where you guys are going.
The one time I changed my my fighting style, and I don't have blind sight anymore.
100%.
Screw you.
You can still track her. Okay.
no, and the funny part was like, from the moment Vecna's came out, like Kari had this plan, and I was like, she's gonna get to the gate, she's gonna cast invisibility, she's gonna go out, like, she's gonna lasso. I'm like, oh, this is gonna work great.
Okay.
I just want to see the invisible lasso go.
So, you walk out. You're heading to go
To the north side of the shore where I can see the
You all
ocean.
going to get food?
Well, I was.
I will go help you.
Okay.
And then
Riker, now
I'm
that
going to
you
find
have lost sight of Kari.
Somebody's gonna have to nail these pins to the floor.
Rory, what are you doing?
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Food.
Okay, so you're on the food run as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all managed to acquire your foods.
When I,
Game from there.
while they're on their way, I'm going to send a quick message to Dulheim.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
You saw the spell slots for it?
yes.
Maybe there.
Yes, I have no more third level, so I'm casting it at fourth level.
Maybe we die.
Right?
There's always one saved.
You have enough diamonds?
Yeah.
I don't know how many 305 diamonds you have.
Let's see. I have one 300 level left, or 300 gold left. I have one 100. I have 2,000 gold diamonds. Is that right?
Yes, Lauren, that's right.
I recall this being true.
I'm giving y'all a bunch of stuff and very well cooked me.
Okay.
If it's in your inventory.
One worth 150 and one worth 50. So I have.
So 50, 150, and 100 equals a fire spell.
I have.
And that sounds familiar because I know there was one that got broken up.
Yep. So I have I have two that I could only use for Revivify.
Cool.
And then two that are more expensive.
Would also work for the fire.
Would also potentially be valuable in larger amount later. I'm sending a message to Dulheim using a 4th level spell slot.
Yeah.
Greetings, Dulheim. I hope you and Windspeak fare well. I've received word that you and your folk are in peril. Take care and watch yourselves.
Good to hear from you. Curious that you say we're in peril. Yes, we will be extra vigilant. You?
I can't do anything else, so.
So you all gather, well, most of you gather with the mayor, get through the car. What are you doing?
Kari is going to make her way around the walls to around the east. What side of the watch is the gate?
It would probably be the west.
Yeah, gate,
Yeah.
gate stands on the west.
Okay.
And then the going out, they went north to the coast.
Mm-hmm.
You can go, you can stay with them, or you can circle around south.
No, yeah, she would have gone south to basically to the low, in her mind, the lowest point. Yep. And then, but not all the way to the coast, like almost directly down. And then, she's going to find stones and wood and, basically she's going to spend some time building a shrine to the Raven Queen. And then once that's done, she's gonna have a conversation, or attempt to have a conversation. There it is. So, after spending significant time making the best she can.
While she's doing this, all you guys have gathered. You're eating there. On the coast.
And
Beachside picnic.
right.
Hip hip hooray.
As the sun's, she's gonna wait for the sun to actually start to be set, and she's gonna pull her hood up, sit in a meditative pose in front of the shrine. Mother of Ravens, goddess of death, I've never been one for faith in the unseen. But in my travels, I've seen too much. I've seen that there are dangers and enemies that are beyond even my comprehension. I've learned that I am not of this world, but I love this world and those on it. I've learned today your enemy. We are in possession of one of his artifacts. And there are creatures from the abyss. The fiends you warned me about. The great dragon you warned me about. They're here. We are not strong enough. We are not ready to face this. Not by ourselves. Please send warning to your ravens. Send dreams and visions. Whatever we can. We need your help. She's going to kneel in front. Whatever you ask of me, even my life, I give it. Mother, we need your strength. Ask what you will. And she's going to stay there until she hopes for an answer.
No. So while Rory is staying out, essentially for the night, what the rest of y'all doing after your meal? Finding sleeping accommodations?
Everyone.
Unfortunately, I refuse to sleep within the same walls as one who would attack one of us. One of us knows nothing about hospitality A guest custom.
I'm laughing at them out of character.
And Balesfar refused to aid us in responding to an unwarranted attack. They are powerful friends within those walls, but I cannot trust them.
And while you're talking, Gray's not. He's looking at you out of the other side of his face, because at this point, he's seen his face. But unfortunately, I couldn't make Forge have it on the correct side that I wanted it to be on. Yeah, but then I'd mirror the entire guy, and I don't want to do that, because then I'd have to, like, switch so many things. So I'm lazy.
So Mare sets up camp outside the walls in a sheltered little place over on the cliff's edge.
Okay.
Not too close though.
What about the rest of you?
I think at some point, like whenever we had like a die down from the meal, Augustina probably played a little bit of music just to kind of like calm herself down. But I think she would have asked Mare to send a message to her sister, but finding out that she messaged Dolheim, which is something that I was already thinking about, she'd be like,
If you can just let Lena know at some point in time that, like, if they can be careful coming home, maybe go to Galdorn and go home from Galdorn instead of Harborin.
First thing in the morning.
but otherwise I don't think Augustina's doing too much at this point. If everyone's staying outside the walls, she will stay out there. If people are starting to get split up between the two, at that point she may have to make decisions, but...
Riker, Rory, where are y'all staying?
I assume wherever I've been staying.
Okay, yeah, you have accommodations inside.
Established.
Yeah.
I'll invite Riker to just join me if he would like, or to find another room.
So at
I
this
don't know if that
point,
needs a pallet. I don't know how big a room I'm in.
so most of the time, like in the past time you're here, you just sort of stayed in like that storage / barracks room. But in the time that you've been here, you've sort of been given like, it's not a large room, but it's comfortable enough. Has like a table and a desk and things of that nature. So you do have your own space.
We can get a cot for that if Riker wants to join, or I'll offer that.
I'll go spend a lot of time with Rory, probably well into the night, and if we can talk and he's up for it, just spending the time catching up. Riker would like to be sitting out on the wall overlooking where the camp was set up, even if it means staying up all night talking to you and just being able to watch the camp down below.
I'm not gonna leave her outside by herself.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, and you look like crap.
Yeah, thank
So
you. And your
Riker's
character is
like-
beat up like hell.
Right now, yeah, absolutely, but it's kind of that, well,
at least we can watch and try to be there. Like, they were there for me, I'll try to watch them, but
Are you still really wounded too?
not really wounded now. Wounded, but not really wounded.
He came out of the Rodos fight.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the same day.
Wow.
Oh, it was like within hours.
Okay, so in that case, y'all would each get a level 1 cure wounds.
Oh my goodness.
Augustina will probably stay with Mare and Gray, so Riker
That
can just have some brother time
is-
with Rory.
Okay. So you guys sort of hang out on the wall, get some sleep. We'll say that morning does come.
16 HP to each of you before bed.
Anybody who wishes to forego a long rest and stay up all night can. That is entirely up to whoever. I know you mentioned it. I know you mentioned it.
If Rory hits the sack, I will go make sure the camp is good. And if he stays up and talks all night, then I'll stay up and talk all night with him. So,
What you thinking, Rory? You staying up? Or you gonna go to bed? Knowing that if the thing doesn't get turned on today,
All one on my spell slots.
yeah.
Yeah. Have I made any progress on the fish gauntlets in the past 2.5 weeks?
Oh. It took me, I was like,
That sounds familiar.
fish gauntlets.
The giant ones.
Yes.
Ones and
Yes.
giants.
The fist of Dulgar.
Fist of fish.
The fisty fish. Why are you fisting fish? I'm
Fishy
sorry.
fist. Fishy fist.
Don't you ever apologize.
Make me do me a favor. You've been a little busy. I'm
Okay.
curious. Let's go way crazy. Let's call it 5 intelligence checks here. Over the course of like 2.5 weeks here.
Okay.
He's a smart cookie. Monster.
See what you come up with.
So here's the question, because I don't know what the level up scheme has been over the course of the 2 weeks,
Mhm.
2.5 weeks, because that affects my rolls.
It's roll with what you have.
Heck yeah.
Hey
You're
Wes,
gonna get
what year is it?
5 of them.
$14.99.
Yep.
Yes, 5. Flash of
Okay,
genius, all these biglets. You're fine.
Huh?
Flash of genius, these things if that's what you're curious about.
Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 was a long character. Okay, so 3 actually weren't great. I got a 1, 3, and 7. So that's gonna be an 11, 13, and 17.
Okay?
And then I got a 16 and 18 for a 26 and a 28.
Okay. Those are good.
Cool. You're straight intelligence, right?
Yeah, just straight
Oh, you did?
intelligence.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
So, yeah. In attempting to discover the abilities of these gauntlets, right? You figure out that the blueprint, the text, references that it must be made with the heat of fire giants. It talks about a forge beneath a black mountain. And the Fist of Duergar can be made there at the Fire Giant Fortress. If made by another Fire Giant, it gains a lesser ability. If made without Giant's Fire, it does nothing. There's just a pair of gauntlets.
Okay, so Heat of Fire Giant, make it under the Black Mountain, and bonus for if the Fire Giant is the one who makes it.
So if it's not made by a Fire Giant, they're just gauntlets. If they're made by any Fire Giant, they have a lesser ability. If they are made specifically in the Fire Giant Fortress beneath the Mountain of Obsidian, it will actually have the abilities of the Fist of the full abilities. You will gain the Strength of Duergar given to prove. The fire of the forge beneath the Mountain of Obsidian, the Strength of Duergar given to a proven Olympian.
Okay. Can I do a history check to see if I happen to be part of Fire Giant? Is that why I'm so big?
Sure. Make a history check.
Oh, cool. I didn't think that was going to be a thing.
Actually, nature check.
Natural 1.
Okay.
That's right.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. 4 and 11. So.
Yeah, sorry. You learn,
All pops.
I know Giant, so I thought maybe. I'm a big guy who knows Giant, so.
so there are 3 phrases, right, that you learn. It's the power of the Titans' descendants born of flame, the might of their king, these gauntlets contain. And the one I said earlier, the fire of the forge beneath the Mountain of Obsidian, the strength of Duergar given to a proven Olympian. And the last one is, if forged by another, a lesser boon is given, the result of the ordaining in the Descendants division.
You want to text that to me at some point?
Yes, I will text this whole thing to you.
Thank you. I was like, I don't want to pause to write all that down.
Yes.
We'll yeah, cool. Okay. I was going to say, that to say I was going to work on it if I hadn't gotten anywhere, but we'll roll with that.
So you have deciphered enough of the blueprints you can start working on them. You've been a little busy in the past 2 weeks creating the unnamed construction. You really should have named that.
I mean, I call it Penelope's penultimate portal preventer, but
I like
that's an official name.
I
You
love
want to text that
alliteration.
to me?
Alliteration is always good.
So
Okay.
you came up with that so fast. Guys, I told him about this today.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. That's what
All right, I'm not
For
surprised.
it. And I was like,
Oh.
I will fix that.
So, if Rory went back to sleep, Riker, you stay up. So that's one
I'll
of the
go
options for you.
back to the camp and crash at the camp.
Fix the camp.
Just because I'm doing this now, I think Riker arriving probably wakes Augustina up, and she's gonna start going through some of this stuff until everyone else starts awakening again.
We're not super far from the walls of the thing, right? We're within eye shot of it.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't think we went like out into the boonies, that we needed watches and stuff.
Yeah. You guys are still. I mean, and this whole fortress is surrounded by this sort of soft mist that just sort of
Oh my god.
curls and floats into this field.
And I had a question I was going to pose to this one. Firstly, you healed us with the life-giving whatever.
I hold you with the life transference, yes.
That one. Is it like a different magic flavor? Can I tell that was different? Cause you've used that on Gray before.
Yes. This Gray is the only one I've used it on, I believe, and I've used it on you twice.
Yes. So do I know if that's different from other magic-tisms?
Would he be able to tell if it came
However,
from
up to
a...
you. That's however you want to flavor your spells.
It's...
Salt and garlic.
This
That
one tastes like
particular-
blood.
Uh-huh. No, this particular one
Basically reverse
is
vampire.
inspired, essentially, is inspired by what Mayor saw Augustina do
Mhm.
with Wither and Bloom. And so there's probably an element to it that's a little bit colder than what you feel in most of Mare's magic.
And to be fair, there's also the visual aspect of as you are being healed, she is like becoming like strong.
You see Mare go a little bit more pale.
Her skin
Like-
gets a little cold.
She looks like she did on the ship, a little seasick.
Just a little bit.
So sitting on your left side, because he's still not happy about that. You helped save our butts again today.
If I'd been wiser, perhaps you wouldn't have needed quite so much saving. I'm sorry, we had discussed. Riker remembered switching the armor over, and I just forgot. It would have saved you, maybe.
that.
I know, me too. It was foolish.
Oh well, I will get over it. Because I'm still here. I had a question because I don't know how your healing magic works. I have noticed you helped me back up. One of your healing magics, it feels a bit different when I first woke back up. It did not feel like how your magic normally is. What is different with that one?
Oh, no. I was so worried you died, Betty. Right in front of me, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. And being able to help after the fact is not nearly as good as being able to prevent it, and I don't know, I just wanted to give you as much healing as I could, as fast as I can.
Thank you for that. You always look, you were hurting. You were paler. I don't know. It was strange.
It's one of the more powerful spells I have. It's a little taxing.
Not too much.
Never too much. Of course. You're worth it. And more.
We need to find a practical.
Soon.
I don't know, I could think it all through. I never think of scenes like this through. Terrible. Probably lean on each other because we're both still sore. Watch the fire.
Do you think Rowan knows
Hmm?
what Barry wants to do?
Maybe not.
Do you think Rowan knows what Barry wants to do?
I do not know. If Rowan knows. Well, I don't think it matters to him. He seemed bent, hellishly so, in helping Barry achieve whatever it is he wants to achieve. So, I don't think it matters to him. If he knows, that's more reason for me to not keep this. If he doesn't, then he is foolish.
I'm sorry, I know it's a sore topic.
It is what it is. It is regrettable, it is frustrating.
For your sake, I keep hoping to find something that may redeem him somehow.
Biggest trouble for me. Why? No idea why he would do that. Or why she would be killed. I have my personal attachment to her, but she was someone who so many people in the town knew her. She had a reputation for being someone that people could go to, that she would help people. It is, I don't understand why some random shop worker, a shop owner, would just be targeted. That is what is fascinating about this. And layered on top of my personal reasons, she was a normal person. She was not one of us. She was not somebody fighting against a group of anything. A random person. So it feels personal. Like, because of me, she was a target. It's like it is my fault.
You cannot take other people's decisions on as your own responsibility. You can only control yourself. Let Rowan own his actions, and one day face justice for them. And in the meantime, and I turn and scoot a little bit, and I gesture for you to turn, and I take my right hand and I put it on your left cheek. Take care of yourself. Your scars do not make you any less. They are proof that you survived.
It's getting mushy in here, y'all.
Like mashed potatoes!
So,
That's how you ruin all the mushy stuff.
question for you,
Make
so I
mashed
don't
potatoes.
forget, and it's on the record. Okay. One of the things Riker would have asked Rory
Yeah, I know
about
she didn't sing.
is if he knew a way to help.
Yay, acting.
I don't even know the term. Like enchant one of the 50-foot ropes that Riker has.
To do what?
Dude,
To do what? I
Riker
need to know.
wants to enchant the rope with a command signal that when he pulls, it will constrict drastically with enough force to pull something of Riker's weight or potentially heavier in the direction that he wants it to go.
He's making a hook shot out of rope.
A rope of yoinking.
Yes! Yes! Oh, Wes, let it happen.
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, Rory, if you
Rope
feel
of
like
recoil.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
if you feel like dedicating some time to this, may not be immediate, but maybe the next time you see Rory, he could probably have something figured out. Oh, that's amazing.
Noted.
A rope of recoil, as you say. Yeah,
As Jordan said.
I was gonna say, I still like rope of yoink.
y'all can work out the nomenclature and put who gets TM behind it. You know,
That's all Rory.
Yeah, it's a family business.
Riker knows
project.
it. Riker just comes up with ideas, has no idea how to actually make them work, and
he just wants 000 on this one as well.
yes, exactly. So, and then he'll get to camp and lay down, probably outside all the tents, or obviously like maybe something exciting happens once you get enough sleep.
Yes, I will definitely wake you up. Things. Get some rest. We can talk about it when you get up. I don't think. You know how Mare said that there's two different things going on? I don't know that they're two different things.
It's up. Yeah. Two different things. Not being two different things. What are you thinking?
Augustine will get up and sort of like sit down and lean in to kind of show him what she's been looking at.
So, I was going back through the journal that we got, and they were talking about a master, but they don't really name the master, and then a fallen warrior and a prince. But then he talks about, first of all, there's been people coming through that gate since 1497, so for at least 2 years. There's been people coming through that gate. So none of this is new. But he talks about an ancient ally called the Undying King, which is Vecna. And then later on, he says that the gate was strong enough for the Undying Serpent to come through.
None of this is good.
So I don't think finding Vecna's eye or Cindegar or you are separate. And I don't know how it works, but I don't know that the machine's gonna work, because he also says that apparently as the gate gets stronger, it's causing rifts in the veil that is allowing people to come through.
So why wouldn't the machine isolate that off? And that's the entire point.
But I guess it, like, are the rifts a teleportation magic, or is it kind of like you punch a hole in a wall and are using it as a door?
We need to ask, because if that's the case, then the machine won't work. But if the machine is putting up, in essence, a shield barrier, people can't come through. Like if I were to take that shield that Mary carried all the time and put it over a hole in the wall, is that the type of protection? Because if that's the case, and what you're saying is true, then we might just need to activate the portal.
There's a second gate. So the one that we saw isn't the only one. And it's near the capital.
Well, if the ambassadress is going to the capital, her bodyguard will be there to make sure she's safe.
Plus, there are groups in the capital that need to be aware of coming danger. And if we have a thin list of allies, sometimes finding allies in dirty places we can mobilize quickly is a great benefit. So good luck. We need to find out about this magic if it would potentially stop rifts. Because if it does, that might be the best thing. If this is already sent in strong forces. I understand that the consequences of that are not pleasant. You did some excellent research.
Read a lot of books whenever I was leaving the shop.
But you're smart. So you can read, but you can actually comprehend. I just wanted to be in a cabin with the woods, with a fire and the fireplace. And the night breeze. And a cup, something warm in my hand. I did not want dragons and monsters and crowded streets and evil actions and rifts in worlds. Sometimes I miss ignorance. But I guess we know for a reason. I'm going to sleep. You make sure you get enough rest. What a world we live in. What a world we live in.
I know it's a lot to deal with, but you're not alone. And you're not dealing with it by yourself. And we're gonna get through it. And then you're gonna get to your cabin. And not have to worry about anything else.
I don't like the optimism. I can't even track down one of our party members who keeps on running off somewhere. Stupid.
My ears are burning at that sound.
Right. I was like,
That sentence woke me up.
She's fucking gone, really.
PTSD.
And so with that, we will say morning comes, and we will pick up on this dawn next time.
My goodness.
Lord of mercy.
Good to see you, Jordan! Glad you got to be here for this lovely
Thanks for coming,
box excitement.
man.
So see where it goes.
Yeah,
He was looking at you.
all of us are.
Right?